Professor Harriet Ward's team has tracked 43 children, all born in 2006, the same year as Peter Connolly. Like him, all were at risk of significant harm.
What was striking was that all decisions, or pretty well all decisions, made not only by social workers, but also by the courts, by health professionals, by psychologists, by substance abuse workers, by everybody, were made on the assumption that it would be best to keep this family together.
Again, like Peter, most of the children in this small study faced ongoing, grinding neglect. Their early experiences had a huge effect on them.
About half the children for whom we had data were showing quite substantial behaviour problems, developmental problems by the time they were 3. And they weren't just a little bit backward, they had major delays in their development of speech and language. They had bizarre behavioural difficulties. Frustration and aggression were very common.
Even if the parent isn't truthful, a child's behaviour can tell us a lot about their life. Lila is a happy, healthy and loved 1-year-old. There's a simple test that shows the impact a parent is having on their child. It's called the still face experiment. She and her mum Amy are going to demonstrate the test. It'll be overseen by Dr. Amanda Jones. She usually works with at-risk families.
Still face experiment is a wonderful experiment because primarily it shows you the sensitivity a baby has to loss and to loss of contact with, if the relationship's developing well, a very loved figure.
She believes with the right training, this is the sort of test that could help child protection teams assess what's happening to a child. Amy starts off playing with Lila. Lila's learning to trust and communicate.
Dog.
Lila likes exploring objects and things. Her mum very appropriately just using objects to go back and forth with her.
Then, when Dr. Jones knocks on the window,
So lovely.
Mum Amy has to become completely expressionless. Lila's reaction is dramatic. First she's shocked, then puzzled, then upset.
It would be very alarming if a baby wasn't disturbed by the still face. If that seemed the norm to them, that would be disturbing.
When her mum starts to play with her again, it takes a few moments. Then Lila is smiling.
So there's been a rupture, but then they repaired and sort of got back on track. You could say, in a way, that her mum was forgiven quite quickly. Whereas if the baby stays inconsolable and they can't get back on track, that would also be very important information.